If you're searching for the Marshall Emberton, thinking you'll get epic rock and roll vibes in a tiny portable speaker, you might want to hold up, because what I found out is pretty surprising. The Emberton promises rich, clear, and loud signature sound with true stereophonic 360 degrees audio. But here's what surprised me. It's not all smooth sailing. I mean, it looks great and claims 20+ hours of playtime, but there are some quirks and letdowns that could seriously affect your listening experience. So, if you're wondering whether this compact metal-grilled Marshall powerhouse lives up to the hype, stick around, because I'm dropping an honest review with the good, the bad, and the facts you need before you buy. And yes, I'll even share a few problems that most reviewers shy away from, but don't worry, I'll wrap it all up with a sensible solution. First things first, who is the Emberton really for? If you want a speaker that screams classic rock heritage with solid metal detailing and decent water resistance for the pool or beach days, it's tempting. It's for the on-the-go listener who values portability, rugged design, and that iconic Marshall vibe. Plus, if you want a speaker that can crank out 360 degrees sound without hogging space in your backpack or palm, this lightweight 1.5-pound gadget tries to deliver. So the real question is, does it? And right about now, you're probably wondering if this is the perfect music buddy or a pricey paperweight. Let's get into it. Here's the story I discovered diving deep into the Emberton's features. Marshall talks up its true stereophonic technology like it's the secret sauce. Multi-directional sound meant to fill your space no matter where you place the speaker. The idea is that every spot becomes a sweet spot. And yes, when you turn it on, the sound is impressively clear and vibrant for such a small device. But here's the kicker. While the stereo effect is decent, it sometimes struggles to really capture the depth and bass punch you might expect from a Marshall. If you're a bass head, you might feel a little let down. It's loud, sure, but it's not shaking your bones like a concert. Think of it more as a solid, balanced sound rather than booming rock. Now, onto portability and battery life. At 1.5 pounds, Emberton fits nicely in one hand, and its silicone exterior helps it bounce off minor drops. It's got that roadworthy spirit. Plus, the IPX7 rating means you can actually submerge this speaker in water up to 3 feet for 30 minutes. That's rare for a speaker of this size, great for poolside chill or even a sudden splash from your clumsy friend. Battery-wise, the 20+ hours on a single charge sounds fantastic, especially if you're backpacking or partying outdoors. But here's the twist. To get a 5-hour playback boost, you only need a 20-minute quick charge, which is a lifesaver if you forget to top it up overnight. However, I've seen some reports of the battery sagging after several months, which means don't expect this all-day stamina to last forever without some maintenance. And let's talk about controls. Emberton's multi-directional knob is supposed to be intuitive. Turn it to adjust volume, press to play pause, and skip tracks with a twist. It's quite a neat design, and once you get used to it, it's pretty fluid. But it can feel a bit fiddly at times, especially if you're in a hurry or wearing gloves. I joked to myself, was I trying to play music or solve a Rubik's Cube? So, if you're in the market for big buttons and simplicity, you might find the knob a little frustrating at first. Now, the Bluetooth 5.0 offers a pretty stable connection up to 32 feet, which covers most rooms comfortably. And pairing is straightforward with almost any Bluetooth device. But I must mention that some users have experienced occasional cutouts when moving out of direct line of sight or in crowded signal areas. It's not a deal breaker, but worth noting if you hate interruptions mid-song. I know what you're thinking. This sounds like quite a mixed bag. So why offer so many features with these little caveats? Well, because size and design come at a price, literally. The Emberton retails in the higher mid-range price category. You do pay a premium for the classic Marshall styling and build quality. To be fair, the metal grille and the iconic Marshall script on the front give it a very premium look, much more so than generic portable speakers. It's like carrying a mini amplifier that has swagger, But if you buy just for the name, you might feel like you're paying for the brand more than the sound quality. Here's a quick joke for you. Why did the speaker get promoted? Because it had outstanding sound judgment. But seriously, if you're someone who prioritizes audio engineering and durability, Emberton fits the bill but not without compromises. One of the biggest issues I came across is the lack of waterproof certainty. Yes, it's rated IPX7, but several users report that submerging it frequently can lead to persistent moisture problems inside the speaker after a few months. So if you mind a waterlogged mishap, avoid dunking it too often. Also, the Emberton does not feature an aux port or microphone, so no wired option or speakerphone calls. This is a huge bummer if you want versatile connectivity or hands-free calling. You'll have to rely on Bluetooth alone, which limits some use cases. Another curveball. The Emberton cannot be paired with a second Emberton or another speaker for a true stereo setup. Marshall's more expensive models offer this, but the Emberton, despite boasting true stereophonic, plays solo. So if you dream of surround sound bliss or room-filling multi-speaker experiences, this one will disappoint. In fact, you can think of it as a fantastic personal speaker that's great for small gatherings or solo listening, but not much more. Let's sprinkle in another joke here. What music does a speaker hate? Static. And sometimes, Emberton's Bluetooth does give you a little static. Nothing major but enough to remind you it's still a portable speaker, not a concert hall. So if you're outdoorsy and rough with gear, Emberton's tough silicone and metal build are a solid match. You can toss it in your bag, get some dust or water on it, and it'll soldier on. But it's not indestructible. Don't expect it to survive a drop from a cliff or a hammer test. It's rugged, yes, but let's keep perspective. Now here's a question to chew on. If Emberton had a few tweaks, a stronger bass presence, better waterproof durability, and wireless pairing with other speakers, would it become a must-buy? I think yes. For now, it's best described as a stylish, reliable speaker with excellent everyday sound, but some drawbacks if you demand more serious features. So, what's the final verdict? Is the Marshall Emberton a buy or a pass? Honestly, if you want a compact, well-built speaker that looks iconic and delivers good enough sound with a legendary brand behind it, it's worth considering. Especially if portability and design matter. The 20-hour battery and water resistance give it a solid advantage for travelers, beachgoers, or casual listeners who want Marshall's vibe without the size and price of a bigger speaker. But if you're an audiophile chasing deep bass, powerhouse volume, or want extensive connectivity options like aux and multi-speaker pairing, there are better options out there. Emberton is more of a lifestyle piece than a tech marvel. In conclusion, don't buy the Marshall Emberton blindly because of the name. Buy because you want a speaker that's portable, rugged, stylish, and delivers signature Marshall sound in a compact package with a few compromises. And if you want the best deal, click the link in the description below to check the current price on Amazon. For what it offers, Emberton stands out in its class and can be a great companion for your daily soundtrack. Just don't expect it to unleash a stadium concert in your living room. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Remember, no product is perfect, but knowing the pros and cons up front makes your purchase smarter. What do you think? Are you an Emberton fan or a skeptic? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep your tunes loud and your vibes Marshall loud.